how's it going? It's me, Aman, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are looking at some unhinged brides brought to you by their bridesmaids and their maids of honours. Let's get into it. She had her bridal shower at the medical spa she frequented. The shower turned into consultations for myself and the other bridesmaids. Turns out the bride wanted us to get filler and Botox to make sure we looked our best for her wedding. That is the most unhinged thing I have ever heard a bride ever do to her friends. The fact that she booked these consultations for her friends and obviously her bridesmaids, who are her friends, well, probably were her friends at the time, not anymore, decided to book these consultations just for the filler and Botox. That is ridiculous. Was she planning on paying for these fillers and Botox? Because they ain't cheap. I guess that's one way for your friend to make you feel insecure, I guess. There's no better way to spend your bridal shower. I guess bottomless brunch just wasn't an option for her. Why would you do that? Why would you make your friends feel insecure? It was one of my best friend's weddings. She's always been very frugal, so I figured she was going to have a reasonable wedding and bachelorette party. I shared my monetary concerns with her too, that I worked, went to school and couldn't take off much time. She didn't have that many friends, so it was only me and one other girl as bridesmaids. She asked us to hand make all of her decorations for the wedding. I put in 15 hours a week making decorations. Then she planned a week-long bachelorette party out of town, asked us to foot the bill. This doesn't even include the cost of our outfit. She picked matching designer dresses and asked us to pay for them. I spent nearly $1,000 on the whole ordeal, not to mention doing her hair and makeup for free. Why would you even try and get your friends to pay for your bachelorette party? I don't know what like the whole ordeal is with the bachelorette parties. This is a white people shit. Us brown people, we do it differently. We have like a week long full of parties. This is just too much. The fact that she got her to pay like $1,000 on the whole ordeal and to do her makeup and hair for free. Why? Just why? I'd understand if she paid something towards her own bachelorette party or towards some of the decorations or just towards her own wedding. I'd understand that. And then you can do the hair and makeup for free. But for you to, you know, expect your friends to pay pretty much everything for your wedding, for your bachelorette party, that's just ridiculous. And I feel like this person's been very disrespected. Very disrespected. I was a bridesmaid for a friend from college. We spent 3 months planning her bridal shower. She was not involved at all. When she finally looked at the plans a week before the party, she said it wasn't what she had in mind. She then delayed the wedding, for which every one of her 400 guests had already made travel accommodations so she could have her dream bridal shower. She planned a $25,000 weekend in Vegas. She booked the presidential suite for herself and economy rooms for us, which she expected us to double up in. She wanted us to split the cost of the trip evenly, so 25,000 divided by 7, 3,570 per person, excluding her. She said, "You're my bridesmaids, you're kind of supposed to pay for my bridal shower." Wow, entitlement, hello. That's very unhinged. Okay, there is so much to unpack here. Starting off with number one, why would you not be involved in your bridal shower? Considering it's your wedding, you're the bride, you should probably, you know, look over the plans and tell the girls what you want and what you don't want. Second of all, the fact that she postponed the wedding because she wanted a really good bridal shower, but everyone else had already paid the money to try and travel to you. Do you know how expensive that is? And they probably couldn't even get a refund, but she probably wouldn't have refunded them anyway because you can tell she's clearly up her own ass. Third of all, Vegas sounds cool, but for you to only book yourself the big room and expect your bridesmaids to pay the money that you had paid for the bridal shower is just ridiculous. Like 3,570 is just too much. Like you could have just went to a bar and just got drunk. It's not that hard. The cheek of this bride. Does she have any friends at this moment? Before we carry on with the video, I just want to hit you with a quick reminder to subscribe. That is, of course, if you're enjoying my content. I can see a lot of people watching but not subscribing, and it would be a massive help to this channel if you could. Also, if you've got any other suggestions to what content you'd like to see on this channel, please let me know in the comments down below or on my community posts. Thank you, and let's get back into it. A friend asked me to be a bridesmaid in her shotgun second wedding, which was to take place in a little over a month. She had us order semi-expensive dresses, so they had to be altered to a certain length. Shoes had to be ordered, toenails had to be painted a neutral colour, and fingernails had to be French manicured. We weren't allowed to paint our own nails. We had to get them done at a salon. Hair had to be done professionally by her hairstylist, and we were not under any circumstances to have a bikini tan lines visible. And mind you, this was right after summer. I lived in an area where the beach attire was usually the only attire, and everyone had visible tan lines. I eventually had to tell her that I could not afford to have everything done professionally with such short notice. I would be happy to do my hair and makeup. My hair was so short I couldn't do an updo. She told me her mum could pay and then I could pay her back. That was the final straw. The fact that you had to get everything done in such short notice is just ridiculous. I can't imagine how much that would have cost you, because nails alone are a lot. And then obviously to do your hair and makeup, she had a whole list planned out. The thing, why did she even tell you like until like a month before? I don't understand how this, what is going through these brides? What's going through their minds half the time? Someone needs to do some like psychological, you know, study on these bridezillas. It's just not normal. At my first job out of college, a colleague got engaged and asked 3 colleagues to be her bridesmaids, in addition to one of her friends from high school. I had only known her for a matter of months, but I didn't feel comfortable saying no because she was one of my bosses. In addition to being in a wedding for someone I barely knew, which is shitty in its own right, there were so many horrible things about this nightmare bridezilla wedding. First, I ended up hosting both her bachelorette and her shower because no one in our life planned anything. And she showed up to her own shower an hour late, hungover and wearing pajamas when she mandated that everyone dresses for a luncheon. She ordered our dresses from Etsy as opposed to any bridesmaid dress company, and they look like seafoam green raw silk pillowcases with holes cut for the arms and head. They tied in a giant bow in the back. We all looked like little infants. I can't imagine being friends with someone like that. Well, to be fair, she wasn't even friends with her, so it was her boss. It's even worse. The fact that she turned up hungover and an hour late. The fuck? What are you doing, you silly bitch? This is no way to treat your colleagues at all. Anyway, that's the end of today's video. There's still a lot more to get through this, which I'm gonna just save the page and come back to it at a later date. I hope you guys enjoyed and took notes on how to not behave when it comes to your wedding, whether you're a groom or the bride. I'm pretty sure grooms have it easy, like they just sit around and get drunk. Us girls just take it to a whole nother level to make sure it's our fairy tale wedding or something. But this is just too much. This is very unhinged. And there's some more unhinged stories on here, so I will come back to them, I promise. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!